Hello, good afternoon, everyone. How's your lives? How you doing? You good on a Friday? Today it's a Friday, yes, all day long. My name's John O'Casson. We're the Woman's Hosty Club, and this is the Online Memory Afternoon, episode 86. Welcome. This is our second from last one of the year. If you want to join us next week, it will be our last one. We'll have some Christmas songs, some special guests next week on the 17th. I think it's the 17th. Yes, looking at his calendar, it is the 17th, Jono. Join us then. That will be our last one. But this is our second last one. Thank you once again for being with us throughout all this time. Since last March, we're not quite going to get it to 100 before the end of the year. Episodes, that is. But still, we're pretty close. 86. This afternoon, we have the retro raffle, as always. One virtual question, one actual prize. Just one. Yeah. We've got memories. We have flowers. Flower of the week as a one-off in honor of Chrissy Inspiration, who brought to us the flower of the week. And we have a very special guest, Marina Florence, will be joining us. She'll be joining us in 20 minutes, 25 minutes, something like that, singing 3 songs this afternoon. Looking forward to that. I just heard her do a little sound check. Oh my word, it's going to be good. She is brilliant. And we have Jeanette's poem of the week. We have our co-hosts, which I shall find for you now, Mr. Tom Hardy and Jeanette Lyons. Good afternoon, you two.
Good afternoon. How are you both?
Marvellous.
Good. You're looking lovely.
Thank you. I stayed up all night, didn't go to bed just to look lovely for everybody.
It works and it's appreciated.
You're worth it.
I didn't get to bed till past midnight.
Oh,
Tom,
what were you doing? Can we ask?
You can. It's nothing rude. Well, nothing that rude.
Oh.
I went to see our friends, the Harbour Lights Trio, last night.
Oh,
in Southwold.
Lovely. You went all the way to Southwold to see them. Wow, that's
well, they run a little session.
How was it?
Yeah, it was nice, actually. Yeah.
Oh, lovely. I'm looking forward to seeing them. For anyone that doesn't know, we've got a memory afternoon, an in-person memory afternoon on the 15th next week, Wednesday at Shrub End Social Centre, and Harbour Lights Trio will be performing. Looking forward to that. Oh, so you went all the way to Southwold to see Harbour Lights. Was it a sort of join in sort of thing?
It was. Well, you know, a bit of join in, bit of Christmassy stuff, bit of play your own stuff. Yeah, a bit of everything. Did
you get your guitar out, Tom?
I did, yeah.
Woo! Did Emma go with you and play the violin?
She did, yeah.
Wow.
And friend Ali came along as well. In fact, she drove. I didn't have to drive, which was nice.
Hurrah! It's Ali who's in the medlars?
Yeah.
Wow, the full troupe.
Yeah, and had a couple of nice pints of broadside.
Woo! Pints of broadside. I don't even know what that means. I thought it was a television show.
Woo!
That's Ironside. That's Ironside.
Oh, it's
Pint of Brookside.
Yeah, Brookside.
Hey,
Adnams Brookside. Yeah.
Oh, that's lovely. Will there be any videos of the evening going in the round?
Oh, no, I don't think so. I didn't take any. I was too busy drinking my broadside.
Of course you were. You skag. No, not skag. That's the wrong word. That's the wrong word.
You old slut, you.
Oh, sorry, Tom. It's a wag, isn't it? I think it's a wag. I meant to say.
This is what we did right at the beginning of the show.
You scared? Oh, no.
Set the bar.
Oh, I'm going. We've got one more week left. And then I need a long lie down because I can't get my words out. Let me say hello to Elmi. She says, hi, peeps. Hi, Elmi. Christine says, hello, my lovely Free. Hello, my lovely Christine, plus the innocent one. Hi, Jean. And hi, Duncan. Hope you're all well. Hope you're having a good Friday. Till we came along to mess it up. Sorry about me. Oh dear, oh dear. Maybe we should just start to do the retro raffle.
Yeah.
It's the retro raffle. It's coming to your screen. It's the retro raffle. Never has been seen. It's the retro raffle, and it's coming to your screen. Oh yeah, oh yeah, it's coming to your screen. Retro raffle, Facebook Live. Yeah, yeah. Is that loud enough?
Yeah.
Good.
It's good.
Very good. Retro raffle. This week we have a question for you all out there. It's probably a lot of people are a bit hungover after yesterday's memory afternoon. I'm only joking, there wasn't any drink. But thanks for all the presents you bought for the retro raffle at the Grenstead Community Centre yesterday. It was loads of them. We had to bring some home for next time. Yeah, and whoever bought the 14-year-old tin, we won't name you. Don't worry. Someone bought some food in a tin. 14 years old, yeah.
I thought if it's in a tin, it's all right. You know, it could,
That's what I used to
a
think.
nuclear explosion. So it doesn't matter about a date. Someone's just put a date on a tin, haven't they? They'll be fine.
Exactly. I'm having it for my tea, darling.
Yeah. I went to Tommy Green's last weekend, the weekend before.
Yeah, he's your brother.
Yeah, Thomas Green, my brother. And they've got some tins of Fray Bentos pie. And I don't know how long they've been in the cupboard, but they don't like them, they said. So Lorraine and I brought them home. So we've got 3 tins of Fray Bentos pie, a vegetable one, a cheese and onion one. I didn't know they did that. And then a steak one. So I am looking forward to opening one of those tins.
Well, I got one for Dave. He likes them. So I put a little tin in for his Christmas treat.
Ah. You're very good with your Christmas treats. They're very well thought out.
Well, yeah, I just memorised everything you told me about your habits, you two. Hi, Kim. Nice to see
There was just a lot of clinking in Jeanette's, wasn't it?
Cheers.
I
Cheers.
showed Lorraine. She's
Yeah.
like, yes.
I should ask you the question. The question is going to come in a second, but what you'll get if you first person to get it right will win. If you haven't got it already, try to answer. If you have this already, don't answer. It's a CD from this afternoon's guest, Marina Florence. It's memory songs from our coast to coast tour of Essex, where we went round to different retirement establishments. Golly gosh. It must have been, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago now, maybe. It's hard to tell. Are you the same? You two must be the same. When you go, oh, I haven't seen you in a last year, and then you realise, well, you lost nearly 2 years, and you can't quite picture how long things have been.
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly that.
Exactly that.
The lost memory afternoons.
Exactly, lost memory afternoons. Duncan says, I like a Kate and Sydney Fray Bentos if anyone has elderly ones they want to get rid of. Well, if Jeanette doesn't eat them, she'll be sending them over to you, Kate and Sydney Fray Bentos. Okay?
Oh, I haven't got a steak and kidney one, just a steak one, and a cheese one, and a veggie one.
Yeah, I didn't go with the kidney for Dave, just in case. You know, he might not be a kidney man.
Shouldn't the Kate and Sydney, shouldn't the Fray Bentos be hyphenated? It's a very long name, isn't it? Sounds like his grandparents or something, doesn't he? He wants to get rid of them.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Fray Bentos is the double-barreled surname.
Yeah.
Kate and Sydney.
Yeah.
Lovely people.
Lady Kate and Sydney Fray Bentos.
From Dorset, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why they're from Dorset. Hello, Dorset. How are you doing? So this question, you can win this CD. I'll send it to you this week before the Christmas Royal Mail finish in the next week or so. Usually go to about the 18th, don't they? 19th, maybe a bit longer. But anyway, the question is, can you name 3 TV comedy double acts from the past? There you go. That's it. It's not a hard one, is it? I'm going 1. I've definitely got 2. Oh, and I've got 3. Tom just says no. I like that we get to double engage with you, Tom. You can comment on the chat, and you can be here live and direct to your homes.
I've only got 2. What's wrong with me? What's wrong with my memory today?
Come on, Jeanette.
Come on, Jeanette.
Come on, Jeanette.
Yeah. Come on, let's not get another double act.
Double act.
Oh.
Double act. Frey Bentos.
Frey and Bentos.
Yeah.
FUNEX.
And a comedy. So, yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. You've got a new guitar behind you.
Do you know what? That's not a new one. That's my old one.
Okay.
That's my first guitar that Tom got for me. But I've put the Christmas tree up in the living room, and it's in the corner where my little guitar hangs. So I put the Christmas tree there, moved the little guitar to where the old guitar usually is. And then the only place that this would be safe and kind of where I would pick it up is here. So
thank you for getting technical on us. That's very nice.
so you know, Christmas tree is up. A bit early, I know.
Bit early. Can you tell us?
So exciting! Yeah.
Can you tell us, either of you two, because you can access Facebook? I've got Duncan. I've got Duncan made a comment first, and then Elmy, or did they make it at the same time on Facebook?
Right, okay, on Facebook, Duncan first, and then Elmy.
So Duncan wins. Sorry, Elmy. Duncan wins by saying Hal and Pace. Yes. 2 Ronnies. Yes. Vic and Bob Reeves.
I didn't get any of them.
Yes. Elmy says Morecambe and Wise. 2 Ronnies. Anton Deck.
Oh.
That would have won as well. But Duncan, we'll send you a CD. Could you, Duncan, could you message me your address, please? And I'll post it to you in the week. Jean's in there like a shot. She's going Morecambe and Wise, Little and Large. That's the one I thought of. And the 2 Ronnies. FUNEX. That was 2 Ronnies. I know you'll know.
Do you think if you just put Duncan Bilko Boone and then go Wivenhoe, that you'd get it?
Yeah, they know him like crazy around there. The postman love him.
Next door to the pub. That's what
the police love him because of all the things he's sort of elite. Joking. Yeah, I wonder. I mean, they do know if it's sort of like in a small. Would you call that a small town?
Yeah, it's
the
smallest town, isn't it? A small town. It's got a football club called Wivenhoe Town FC.
Oh, he says give the prize to Elmy. Elmy, I think we've got your address because Jeanette bought you a little package of whatever it was called.
It was Christmas good. No, it wasn't Christmas goodies, was it? It was a care package. That's what
care package. Warm and toasty care package. Yes. Hi, Nikki. She says Renee and Renata. Is that right? Will they accommodate you? Save my love, my darling. Save your love. Sure. Elmy, looks like you're getting a prize. You're going to win that CD, Coast to Coast. It's a beautiful CD, and its owner, in terms of the voice, will be with us in a while, Marina Florence. Till then, we have Memory of the Week.
Memory of the Week.
Our Memory of the Week this week. So next week, we're doing a Christmas special, but I thought I'd get in early with any memories of gifts you've received or that you gave through your life. Birthdays, Christmas, Easter, just someone gave you a nice gift, or maybe, as I like to do now, I kind of like the giving process a lot. I think I always have, but I really like it now. I like to receive stuff, but I've got what I want, you know. I've got Tom and Jeanette with me. That's all I need in my life.
We're not in your Christmas stocking, though.
Well, no, because you've seen the size of the Christmas stocking. I mean, I'm not saying you're big, but you'd have to lose a few.
And you've got us all year round. We're not just for Christmas, are we?
No, you're not just
like a puppy. We're not just for Christmas.
No, yeah, and you make a lot of mess as well.
Chew a lot of things up.
Yeah. Either of you, do you remember gifts that you've received, like presents? or that you gave?
I remember I gave a present to my friend Gary once back in, I don't know, it might have been 1980, 81. And years later, maybe 20 years later, we were at some big party and around the table, and people were talking there about, what's the best Christmas or birthday gift you ever had. And Gary said, I think Jeanette will know mine. And I looked at him and I thought, what? All these years, and then I thought, he means that one. And it was a milk saucepan that I got from Woolworths. That's how long ago it was when Woolworths was still open. And because he used to drink milky coffee. And the saucepan at his mum's house wasn't great. I didn't have a little lip on it or whatever. And so I bought him a really good non-stick milk saucepan. And he loved it. And he had that for years. He might even still have it. Who knows? But that's
great.
I've ever given, apparently.
Yeah, I mean, I remember I got. I asked. I never used to do Christmas lists, but I asked my parents for a calculator for Christmas.
Ooh.
And when I got a calculator for Christmas, I thought, is that all I've got? Why did I ask for that? I'm going to be working on maths stuff now.
Was it a scientific one? So they're worth a fortune.
No. It was just a basic one, 2 and 2. It said 2 and 2 is 5, and that's the way I went into my test. How about you, Tom?
I sort of
You can think of?
my sister used to collect things quite a lot, so I sort of gave her some badges that I had,
Badges.
Badges. No, badges. My collection of badges that I used to carry around, one under each arm. Yeah.
You had a set, did you?
Yeah.
Full set.
Badges. And so I had this Led Zeppelin Nebworth badge that I gave her for her collection. And a few years ago, and I'd forgotten all about it. And a few years ago, she gave it back to me. Oh. So it went and then came back.
Like a boomerang of rock.
That was quite nice. Yeah,
that was nice.
It's probably worth quite a lot of money now. Led Zeppelin, full.
Oh, yeah, original.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I read today? For people that might have some at home, what's more lucrative than gold? Lego. Lego's more lucrative than gold, and especially if you've got collector's edition ones, like Star Wars is very big. Second-hand stuff doesn't matter. People are buying it since lockdown. It's gone through the roof. I'm not saying it's worth pound for pound more than gold, but often it's more lucrative. And for anyone listening, it's a separate point. If you hear a kind of ghouly noise, woo, it's Tom's chimney.
It's me.
We think it's Tom's even got a wind problem, or it's his chimney. One of the two.
And isn't that the same? I don't. Maybe it's the same thing.
There it goes.
I can hear. Oh, you can put the microphone by it.
Oh, it's stopped now.
Yeah, it'll stop now.
Maybe that's what I've got to do, is keep the microphone over there.
I'm listening.
Oh.
I think there's a 1960 space bird is stuck in your.
Well, I'm worried that he's locked Emma in the wardrobe, and it's Emma howling.
Oh, I'm cold.
Do that. That's not a very nice thing to say, is it?
No, well, it's not a very nice thing to do if you did it.
That's what I wouldn't do.
Let's see what people were saying. Teresa says, "Blimey, Nikki, that's a bit random." When she wrote Rennie and Renate. Christine says, "My gift is my love to all my family." Oh, Chrissy, you're a sweetheart. You are an absolute darling. Wendy says, "My nan gave my brother a packet of fruit pastels wrapped up, but with 2 missing." I love that. Kim says, "I remember getting my Cindy doll and furniture for Christmas, and I was one happy little girl." Oh, so she's a Cindy girl instead of a Barbie, because there was a bit of competition over those two, wasn't there?
Yeah, I was Cindy as well. I wasn't. I had a Cindy with the hair that grew.
You were a model. Maybe they took you. your outline.
Yeah, because me and Cindy, we were so similar.
Yeah.
I
Jeanette.
rem-
That's
Go on.
what,
I didn't have a Cindy, but I remember a friend of mine had a Mork and Mindy.
Oh, they made dolls of that.
Yeah, they had some kind of doll of them. Yeah, Mork and
Oh, I
Mindy. I think he had. Did he have a red kind of T-shirt, or am I thinking of Star Trek? I don't know. Robin Williams in Mork and Mindy. What was that? 70s? Was it 80s?
I'll look on the Google, shall I?
Look on the Google. Yeah, I don't know. Somebody had a doll of them. Like I say, a doll. It was kind of like a little action figure.
I had a Jeanette and Gary doll.
Yeah. Oh, so he had like a red boiler suit
Gary doll.
Yeah, it was red.
Yeah.
with a silver triangle.
Yeah,
painted
yeah.
down
I thought it was.
on the front. That's what he had, with silver bit around the neck.
Excellent. Thank you, Google and Jeanette. Christine
Google.
says I was Cindy as well. There we go.
Oh.
Cindy was popular. Were you a Cindy or were you a Barbie? That's what we know, ladies or gentlemen. Of course, everybody's involved.
Action Man.
I had an action man with real hair and gripping hands.
Yeah.
I
My
don't
brother's
think it was real
action
hair,
man.
but he was an action man.
Molded on pants.
It was a bit fuzzy, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was well fuzzy, Tom. But I mean, maybe from the inside they pushed some hair through those little holes.
Do you reckon?
I don't know. I liked his gripping hands. And if I remember rightly, my action man, you pressed on his arm. Oh, no. You might have pressed on his arm, but you also pulled out a lever at the back and he would talk.
Yeah.
He didn't
I
talk. It was a little inside sort of communicado or something.
Did he have an eagle eye where you could kind of put your eye behind his head and see through?
I didn't
like
get the
eagle-eyed
eagle eye.
action man.
I wanted it. I
There
wanted
was
it
one
bad.
where you could move the eyes, wasn't there? at the
Yeah,
back?
there was one.
And he sort of went.
That sounds familiar. That was a very good impression, Tom.
That was
I
it.
thought I was looking at Action Man then.
Well, you were. Well, you are.
Yeah,
There
Tom's
we
got
go.
action man hair, actually. He's
That's
and
your middle
real
name, isn't it?
Tom Action Man.
Tom Action Man. And did you ever have, or what was his name? Evil Knievel. You'd wind him up on he was on the bike. He'd be on a sort of ramp. You'd wind it up and then he'd shoot off. They were great. Stretch Armstrong. Do you have one of them? Stretch.
Jade did, my niece.
Yeah. My friend says Wendy had some old action men. Apparently, they are all in demand. Lucrative. They are lucrative, Wendy. He also had the $6 million man doll. I had to make the bionic noises when I picked it up. Ooh, how'd you
What
make
are
bionic noises?
The noises that we make when we get up are the not bionic ones. Oh,
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 oh.
oh. Yeah, that's our bionic noises.
Wasn't it? They went. Tung, 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 tung. There was a
Oh,
thing,
well
wasn't
Na,
remembered.
na, na, da, 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 da.
when he's
Yeah.
We can rebuild him. We have the technology.
he moved up a gear. There was that. Yeah.
Wow. I bet nobody out there has the bionic woman doll. Think on. Christine says Brian had a metal train set and it still has it. Oh, I love train sets. Go on, Jeanette. What was you going to say, love?
Who was the actress that played the bionic woman? I'm thinking
Oh.
Farrah Fawcett Majors, but it
Wait,
wasn't.
no.
No.
It was Lindsay
No,
Wagner.
she was
Yeah,
it
I
Lindsay Wagner?
Lindsay
Same
Wagner. was
blonde,
the bionic
thicky
woman.
hair,
I can't remember how she looked, but she was very fast at
like
running.
Farrah Fawcett, I think.
What did she have? She could hear. Did she have she could hear really well? She had a special hearing aid.
Things.
She
I
could
was a
hear
bit
things.
concerned about any bionic parts that had, because it wasn't their whole body. And Bionic Man, didn't he just have one arm and one leg that were bionic?
2 legs.
He would have limped or
Running
run
around in circles.
backwards.
He had 2 bionic
Only
legs.
one half of him could go fast, and the other half would be dragging.
He just hopped really quickly.
He was Lee Majors. Steve Austin. Going
That
around in
This
circles.
through. You know, they should run things like this by us first.
Yeah, they didn't go through health and safety.
No.
Well, they didn't have much time to build him, did they? After his crash.
That's true. Wendy says, and a bionic eye. Was that $6 million man had the eye? That's what I'm wondering. Did the bionic woman have the ear? What was it she had? Or
I'll Google it.
she could hear whispers
You
somewhere.
probably don't want to do that. No.
Duncan says, looking lovely, Jeanette. And he's added from Petra, just in case you're worried.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Free kisses, free kisses. Keep them coming. We should welcome our guest, the wonderful, the lovely Marina Florence, to the floor. 3, 2, 1. Are you there? Receiving us, Norfolk.
Yes, here I am.
Oh, bless you. How are you?
All right, thank you. Doing all right.
Good, good. You're listening to our waffle. Sorry about that.
I've listened to all the waffle.
Not too
Join in.
impressed.
You're one
Not
of
too
us. Sorry.
impressed.
Did you have any dolls or special toys, gifts given to you, Marina?
Yeah, I can think of loads. And while you were chatting, but I did think of one that would involve my sister, because I remember years and years ago. Do you remember there was a video game called Space Invaders?
Yes,
And
yes.
I wasn't actually getting that for Christmas, but my sister was getting that for Christmas. But I
Wow.
persuaded my mum that it needed to be tested the night before. So we took it all out of the box, and I just played with it for the evening just to make sure that it all worked before she got it on Christmas morning. And also give me a head start so that I could beat her at her own game.
I bet. Was it a handheld one in them days?
No, it was a little box, and you had them controller things. I mean, it's years and years ago. It's one of the first ones that they would have had, I think. I mean,
Was it kind of a bit like that sort of thing?
no,
Or
it
was
was a computer, like a TV Space Invaders. You know, instead of having like
Oh, yeah.
yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like TV, you plugged it into the TV, and you had some controllers and things.
Yeah, into the SCART connection.
That's right. Yeah, I can't remember how it all worked. But anyway, it's a long time ago, and she just didn't get it first, which is a terrible thing to admit. But you know, unfortunately, at that time,
Marina,
to make sure it worked for her. That was all.
of course you did. You had to test it. Are you telling her for the first time today?
I don't know. I might have told her before. Maybe she remembers. I don't know.
I hope she's tuning in. Or maybe not.
Yeah, and then every other, every Christmas, like, my husband has always given me some household item that he thinks would be hilariously funny, like ironing board covers. I've had one of those. I can't remember them all, but there's quite a few bits and pieces that one was a radiator duster. So yeah, he's quite good at thinking up things like that would be good to help me clean.
How it must change your life.
Well, the radiator duster, I have to say that I did quite enjoy using it.
We need those quiet moments. Just read a couple of comments, if I may. Carol, hi. She's finally got on here. Carol, I've got to ask, so many people have asked, where did you get the mince pies from yesterday?
Yes.
People thought you made them, so I just pretended you did. I didn't really. Duncan says, Wivenhoe Acoustic Buskers are having a little Christmas gathering next Tuesday upstairs at the Greyhound Pub in Wivenhoe from 8 p.m. Come one, come all. And Wendy, on the subject of Bionic Woman, she said she copied and pasted this. Bionic Woman's special powers. Both of her legs were replaced, allowing her to run more than 60 miles per hour or jump off a building. Don't try this at home. Her arm was replaced, giving the ability to bend steel with her bare hands. And Carol adds, they're Tesco's mince pies. Anyone asking? Tesco's. Jeanette, go.
I looked up the bionic people, and
Yes.
yes, Wendy's absolutely right. I read the same thing there, that she had both her legs and one of her arms replaced, whereas bionic, no, it didn't say that.
Yeah, it does.
There must have been an ear.
Wikipedia.
Sorry, Marina. We've invited you on, and we're doing small talk.
Her ear, she could hear long distances and at different frequencies and stuff.
I wouldn't mind having my legs replaced.
You need to have a skydiving accident first, I think.
I have to say, Marina, we've got a comment from Nikki. She said, I have spent a fortune on therapy due to the used Atari Christmas gift. Oh, there we go. We should get you to sing, Marina Florence, because that's what you're here for. We love chatting to you. We love seeing you. We like looking around your room, seeing what you've got this time. But most of all, we love to hear you sing. What you're going to start with?
So we're going to sing a song that's really quite old for me, probably back to mid-1990s or something like that. Written by me and Julie Fox Allen. Just Julie Fox at the time. I think that's what's written on the album. And it's called Silver and Gold. And it's a song about how all the things, all the people in your life are so much more important than any possession that you could ever own.
Except if it was Lego, but that's another fun story for another day. Thank you, Marina. I've heard her warming up with this song, and it is rather wonderful, ladies and gentlemen. You've got to check this out. We're going to get out of your way as we welcome once again the wonderful Marina Florence.
I once had a secret. It was to you I told. Something precious, something rare, silver and of gold. There was a place that called me. Was there I'd find myself, watching gold strands sway in time. With a gentle breeze they dance. Quietly the rain came to wash away my fears. And when the darkness fell, I never felt alone. Knowing you were there with me was my silver and my gold. Knowing you were there with me was my silver and my gold. The spring became my younger years. The summer was my old. I have watched the autumn fall and felt the winter's cold. There was never sorrow then, and I would not admit defeat. With such beauty all around and the earth beneath my feet. Quietly the rain came to wash away my fears. And when the darkness fell, I never felt alone. Knowing you were there with me was my silver and my gold. Knowing you were there with me was my silver and my gold. As I lay there on the ground, counting silver stars, I know that no material thing could ever mean as much. The brightest there was our star, and my faith in you was whole. Knowing you were there with me, my silver and my gold. Quietly the rain came to wash away my fears. And when the darkness fell, I never felt alone. Knowing you were there with me was my silver and my gold. Knowing you were there with me was my silver and my gold. Knowing you were there with me was my silver and my gold. There you go.
Beautiful, Marina. Absolutely
you.
beautiful. You are a gift because Nikki writes, I was lucky enough to grow up in a house, Marina's sister, I believe, to grow up in a house filled with music. My sister Marina was a gift.
Oh, isn't that lovely?
That is lovely. Marina paid her to say that, but it is lovely. Sorry, Marina. Because we know each other, well, you know we can have a laugh. I do apologise. I'd make a joke with everything. So I get through life having a joke. Carol says, "Hi, Marina. Good to see you. Love the song."
Hello, Carol.
Teresa says, "Beautiful as usual."
Thank you very much.
Christine says, "Lovely to see you, Marina."
Hi, everybody. I'd really love to see everybody in person.
Yeah. Well, we're going to have you down to our in-person memory afternoons in the new year, later in the new year, and I know people will find that a real treat because you're just it is a gift. I think it's amazing. What was it like growing up in the house field of music where you're making a lot of the music?
I think quite often I was told to go upstairs and play my guitar.
Oh, were you?
Yeah, because probably when you're learning, at the beginning, it was like, could you just take that upstairs?
Getting on my wick. Yeah. Yeah, no, I understand. Beautiful song and voice, Marina. Loved it.
Thank you.
And Elmi says, not sure if my messages got through. Well, we know that you're looking forward to Marina's CD that Duncan sent you. Allowed you to have. You said, love this lady's voice, aka Marina, and so looking forward to the CD that Duncan so kindly let me have. Thanks again. Well done, Elmi. If it's a message on air, I can't get the messages and reply. A little bit busy for that, but
if people want to hear that song again, you can just ask Alexa. But don't ask her now because she might start playing in everybody's house. You can't say Alexa out loud over the internet because otherwise she just start playing all around the place. But yeah, Alexa. No, sorry, I'm not supposed to say that. The song is called Silver and Gold, and you can just ask her to play it by me, and then you can hear it again. Can
you get it like to own rather than just to hear?
Yeah. I think of that album, I've probably only got 2 or 3 of those albums left in actual physical CD form, but you can download it on from my Bandcamp. You can get it from there.
I'm going to be going there.
SoundCloud.
Yeah, because okay. Sorry to interrupt you, Marina. Bandcamp, SoundCloud. There's different places where you can get it. I'm going to go to your Bandcamp later because I haven't heard you sing that song. And when I heard Marina doing it as a sort of sound check, I thought this is an old song from somebody else. You know, it's an old Willie Nelson song or something like that. I thought it was that special. And I've heard most of what Marina does, but I'll be searching that out online. Silver and Gold, because it's beautiful.
Now, I've probably still got a few hidden gems you've never heard, but
I bet you have. Well, then for future performances on the show, we can have some hidden gems. More hidden gems, please.
Pick them out, yeah.
Jean says, beautiful song and beautifully sung.
Thank you very much.
You're ace, I say in a kind of 70s way, but you're brilliant, Marina. We'll welcome you back and we'll chat a little bit more in a short while. If that's okay, we're going to pop off and do something else for a moment or two.
Okay. See you.
Thanks, Marina. That's Marina Florence. What a wonderful singer of songs.
She really is.
Yeah.
She's such a nice person as well, isn't she? She's so
marvelous.
She's so humble, and it's like I don't know. I wonder, does she know how good she is?
No, she doesn't. She's magical. It's a magical thing. I'm so chilled out now. I do think they should give Marina on prescription.
Oh, yeah.
It's like if I'm a little bit sort of gone, it's not anything I've done in the break when Marina was on. It's Marina herself, her voice and her singing and her songs are just so beautiful. And I say that in all seriousness. She's like great. Love her, and she's worked with us on memory songs. We've got them on our website that she's written with Jules Fox Allen. That wasn't one of them, but I'm glad Elmi's getting that CD. We should do our new feature, Flower of the Week.
Yeah.
As suggested by Christine. Yeah, I haven't got a jingle. Jingle.
Make one.
Flower of the week, flower of the week, flower of the week. didn't have time yesterday. That's all you're getting. We're doing a one-off explosion of colour, thanks to Christine's suggestion of flower of the week. What would you choose? You can have any flower you want. You can have roses, lilies, tulips, daffodils, sunflowers, orchids, carnations, bluebells, poppies, any flower you can pick. You pick it. I know Jeanette's like, oh, I've not got enough ink in my pen.
I love
Are we going to get two that's going to get enough votes? I would probably say I'm a big lover of grass in the garden, swinging and swaying, a bit like me. Ooh, a bit like Tom's chimney. Ooh.
Do you say chimney with an L in it? Chimney.
Chimbley.
No, I didn't. I don't say chimney. Oh. What do you think I am? Up the chimney?
Chimney.
Chimney. Do you? I'm going sunflower. I love sunflowers.
Hello?
What would you choose? I know our votes don't count. If you had to pick one flower, what would you pick?
It's hard picking one though, because I struggle with that, because I have one favorite flower for how it looks. I have one favorite flower because of how it smells. And then I have another favorite flower for its ridiculousness. And so that's three, you know.
All right, well, give us the three. Start with the ridiculous list.
It's too complicated, isn't it?
It's not complicated. No,
It's not.
you just
Don't
need
you
to
say that,
logic
Tom.
as to why you like.
She's got very
Sunflowers,
serious.
right.
She's got very serious again, hasn't she?
Yeah.
Because it's flowers. It's a serious matter. You know?
Doing the talk. He's
Come
doing
on.
Flowers.
Give us the three. Tell us what's it all about.
Okay, so the ridiculous one, when those are little sunflowers in that picture, but when you get big sunflowers where the brown bit in the middle is as big as your face, if not bigger, and then just the little leaves around the outside, they are so ridiculous because they're as tall as me, if not taller, and they are like big faces, and they're just so silly because they're so big and heavy, and how can they stay on there? And so that's the ridiculousness of a big sunflower, which I love.
Obs, yeah.
And then for smell, freesias. Oh, they're so beautiful. They smell so nice. I think the white ones more than the other colours, but I do love the smell of a freesia. It's really sweet and heady. So that's nice. But for looks, oh my goodness, you can't beat a peony. They're like a really big, full rose, like loads and loads of petals all crammed in there, a really big head. And then these just kind of stalks that have got no spikes on them like a rose, that they're just straight stalks, big leaves, and their heads are so big and heavy that they kind of end up bending over a bit like tulips when they've got enough water. But peonies are so pretty, and the different colours, they're adorable to look at.
Thank you. For anyone asking, Jeanette will be appearing at Gardeners World Roadshow in early spring next year.
I think we've overrun, haven't we?
Yeah. Oh, God.
Well, you did ask.
I've overrun the will to live.
You two are being really mean today. I had a terrible night. I'm certainly not. You're making my day funny. But
Tom, have you any flowers that you're half interested in?
I have 13. 13 favourites. No, poppies.
poppies. Oh yeah, nice.
That's it.
That's it. Enough said. Don't need a big speech.
I'm off. Well,
See it like that. No,
They don't smell of anything, and they're not ridiculous. So
well, I must
go
admit,
with that.
I've just had.
Andy
I've
said
just
that.
had-
No. Just said, what's your favourite?
Yeah, I mean, I've had sunflowers on the phone saying about we're not ridiculous. Let me read out what people are going with. Elmi saying orange Gerbera.
Gerbera.
Oh, that's like a little hairy animal, isn't it?
Like a
I
gerbil.
used to have a little Gerbera. I used to love going around on that little spinning thing.
It's on that picture. It's the orange ones and the pink one at the very bottom. They're gerberas.
Wow, you are like the queen of the flower scene.
Love flowers.
Freesias from Christine, the same as you. Kim says, if you give me a fresh carnation. Teresa's going bunny rabbit.
Yeah, I know those little ones that you squish.
Was that just a really random comment, or is that
No.
actually an actual thing?
It's a flower. When you squash the little coloured bits together, their mouths open like little bunny rabbit mouths.
Oh, okay. I tell you what, I've not lived, Tom. We've not lived, have we? Really?
If we
All of this. Jean's going roses. Wendy's going pink tulips. If you got her a different coloured tulip, she'd be mad with you. Carol likes a rose. She loves a rose. In fact, Brian Fuchsias is not his name, but Brian likes fuchsias.
that's
Which
his
is
middle
lovely.
name. I think that's his middle name.
Oh, it's Brian Fuchsias Innocent. He's
Jackson.
called Jackson.
Yeah.
We need two together to be able to for one of them to win. I wonder what it's going to do. It will
Oh,
happen.
there are two. There
Are
are
they?
two already.
Oh, I can't see two. And look, I'm just seeing bunny rabbits and stuff now. Keep your votes coming in. What's your favourite flower ever in the world? You can only have one. You can't have three like Jeanette. Only Jeanette's allowed three, and she has different subjects for each. different categories. You can't have different categories.
One
You can only have one.
Favorite.
Very favourite. If you don't answer the answer, open your front door and ask someone who walks past and see what they say. Yeah, we're going to count them up. Jeanette, self-raising, Wendy says.
Cheeky. Different kind of flower.
I get it. These people are too sharp for us, aren't they? Wendy, you're a cad. No, not a cad. That's a man. Oh, let's not go there with those words. I don't know how to say.
Numpy.
I could call her all sorts, couldn't I, without realising I'm being insulting. Oh, for God's sake, let's get Marina Florence back. Let's see her. Let's get rid of these flowers. We need Marina Florence to tell us all about her flowers. Marina, how are you?
Fine, thank you. Yes.
Good. I can't see any flowers in the picture as of the moment, but do you have a favourite one?
Yeah, well, a bit like Jeanette, really. I've got quite a few favourites, but I'll narrow it down.
You got
To three.
categories? Oh my God, she's got categories. Go on, then.
I'll just say the two. I mean, just basically because they can be so different. Roses, because, you can get them with different colours and different smells, and they just look so gorgeous and so stunning. And quite often they'll come back twice a year in the garden, so you get them a couple of times. And then the other one that I really like through the summer because the smell is so intoxicating are sweet peas. But if I have to choose one, then I'm going to choose roses.
Okay, if we pushed you,
Yeah.
not into the bush,
Also,
but
my granddaughter's middle name, they called her a Rose. Her middle name is Rose, so I'd have to go for roses.
yeah. Roses. Thomas is saying roses. Peonies is mentioned by Nikki and gerberas. What was it? Gerberas.
Yeah. Purpose. Yeah.
Jean's going, well said, Jeanette. Good reasons for liking the free.
Jean.
Get out of it, Jean. Coming round here, agreeing with Jeanette.
Coming all the way from Kent. Yeah, 3 categories.
So your free categories. Into the world. Marina, I was going to ask you, now, people that listen to your songs, listen to you sing, they love it and they get a great deal of pleasure out of it, the listeners. And in recent years, you've sort of gone from, I don't know where you've gone from actually, but I know you've gone to a lot of home recording, producing your own material at times. How does it sort of like, I know what it gives me when I listen to your music. It's a joy and it's a solace. It's so many things that I can't actually find the words for, but I'll write them down and send them to you in an email later of how much pleasure it brings to me. What does it mean to you to sort of go back to writing songs, recording them? How, what does it do for you?
Well, I would say that it's a release, really. I mean, you're writing. I mean, the song that I've got coming out in maybe a few weeks' time. I mean, it's just a release of all of the emotion of the last year or so, I suppose. I mean, and I think that if I didn't have that way of expressing how I was feeling, I think I wouldn't be in a great place. I think it allows me to put everything that I'm thinking down on paper. Recently, I started doing more poetry because sometimes some of the words just don't feel right with music. And doing that. But yeah, I would say that it was mentally, I don't know what I would be without being able to write stuff down. I'd probably be awake all night. I'd never be able to sleep because it would all still stay there. Whereas once you've taken it out and put it down, and then the recording process, well, that's to me that feels like I can only equate it to say a painting. If you were, all the colours, you've got all the colours that you can use. You've got all the shades and all the different types of paper, and then you can sit there and bring them all together into something that you think, blimey, I've done that. I've built that from nothing myself.
Yeah.
And you with something that you feel really quite proud of. And I've got better and better at it. I mean, when I listen back to the early things that I started, I think, I could do that again. But I won't do them again because that's a record of what I did at that time. And it shows a progression, I think, to this time. So, but with lots of help from you, Jono, I don't think I would have moved forward as quickly without your help. So you're going to have to take a pat on the back for that.
Well, I've just helped you getting started in that next phase, but I love the way, you've got the talent. It just sort of like a few tips always helps people along the way, and I think it's good to do that. If you've gained some form of knowledge yourself, it's good to pass it on. But I like the way you describe it. It's almost like as a release, you're creating a bit of space in your brain, aren't you, for sort of like to rest or to be moving on to something else or just relaxing.
Quite often, until the song has gone and it's actually been released and it's there. If anybody wanted to listen to it, it's there. Until that actually happens, the song goes round and round and round in my head.
Yeah.
And in the night time, I'm singing it over and over, and until it's actually left my space, then I can let it go and start on with the next one. I just recently written it now. I've written a song for my granddaughter, which is just like it's like a kid's song, really. But the other day, I was there and I wondered whether I could get her to play a shaker that she had. Now she's only seven months old. If I give her the shaker, I might be able to use it on the recording. And I have actually managed to do that. I managed to get her to shake it, and I've managed to incorporate in the recording.
Oh, lovely.
Me, while she was doing the shaking, she let out this most unbelievably funny laugh, which I've also managed to record, which I will add to the end of the recording. So yeah, so all these things are such good fun. You can say that your 7-month-old granddaughter is playing the shaker on this song.
That's beautiful. She's going to get credited on something so early.
I've said no, that they definitely got credits. I said they can have an upfront payment.
In shakers. Oh, that's lovely. I suppose when you let the song out and it's finally released, in a way it belongs to everybody else.
Yeah, that's I suppose that's true. Then it sits there, and I say something like the song that I sung earlier, "Silver and Gold." It's been there years and years and years for people to listen to, and you do only have a limited audience. You don't. And I've written with myself and with Julie and with Richard Pierce and other people. We've written so many songs, and you can't sing all of them. I mean, it must be in excess of 100 songs that I could, maybe more. I don't know really. I've stopped counting them.
Yeah. Well, we love what you do, and we're very pleased that you're so happy to come on our show and sing some of these beautiful songs. What have we got this time coming up?
Well, it's a very weird coincidence actually, because you're doing Flower of the Week, and I've chosen to sing, and this really was not planned, but I've chosen to sing Rose Garden by Leanne. You know that song? It's an old country song, I think. So
yeah, I think I do. Well, we let you do it. We get out of your way, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to pop off and count up the flowers and the categories, and we'll let Marina Florence do her thing. Once again, Marina Florence.
I beg your pardon. I never promised you a rose garden along with the sunshine. There's gotta be a little rain sometime. When you take, you gotta give. So live and let live or let go. Oh, oh, oh. I beg your pardon. I never promised you a rose garden. I could promise you things like big diamond rings, but you don't find roses growing on stalks of clover. So you better think it over. When it's sweet talking you, you can make it come true. I would give you the world right now on a silver platter. What would it matter? So smile for a while and let's be jolly. Love shouldn't be so melancholy. Come along and share the good times while we can. I beg your pardon. I never promised you a rose garden along with the sunshine. There's gotta be a little rain sometimes. I beg your pardon. I never promised you a rose garden. I could sing you a tune and promise you the moon, but if that was what it takes to hold you, I'd just as soon let you go. But there's one thing I want you to know. Better look before you leap, still waters run deep, and there won't always be someone there to pull you out. And you know what I'm talking about. So smile for a while and let's be jolly. Love shouldn't be so melancholy. Come along and share the good times while we can. I beg your pardon. I never promised you a rose garden along with the sunshine. There's gotta be a little rain sometime. I beg your pardon. I never promised you a rose garden.
Well played, Marina. That was lovely. Thomas,
I remember that when I was little. It was
yeah, I do too.
Song.
Mary Hopkins, did you say?
No, Lynn Anderson.
In Anderson.
Lynn Anderson. Oh, right. I do remember it when I was in the... Is it in the 60s? I can't remember what you said now.
70s, I reckon.
It was 70s, wasn't it? It's a 70s country song, I think.
Yeah.
Right. It's very lovely.
I don't know if he did anything else, but as far as I know, that's just it's an old country song, as far as I know. When you actually analyse the words, they're not very nice, really, because she's basically saying to the person, well, you know, ship up or ship out, basically. Shape up or ship out. That's basically what she's saying.
Don't missay that.
What?
It's funny because I don't know if anybody else got it. The voice came through really clear, but through parts of it, your guitar sounded like it had an overdrive pedal on it, and it went electric.
Did it?
Here it did. I don't know if that'll come out in the recording. I don't know if anybody else got that, but it sounded wonderful. And let me read you a few comments, if I may. Kim says, "Such a classic song, beautifully sung as always, Marina. Thank you."
Thank you very much.
Christine says, "Lovely as usual." Of course, we expect nothing less. Carol says, "Brilliant, Marina. Nice song." Teresa says, "Great song. Took me back to my youth."
Blimey, she must be old.
Oh, cheeky. I like it. Nikki just says, "Lol." I'm not sure what she's laughing at, but she likes to laugh. That should be encouraged. That's lovely, Marina. We're going to do one more song with you in a short while after we announce the flower of the week. I think I know the way it's going. I think it might be Britain's most voted for flower that wins it, but we shall see. But I'll take you off just because well, no, stay there with us, Marina. Let's just go wild on a Friday and let you stay with us because we like you that much. We're going to go over to our flower adjudicator, who is doing categories, and she is ready, I believe, with the flower of the week winner.
The winner and the second place one, and it's no surprise. I've even done colouring.
It's Rose, and the gerbil is second. Rose and gerbil second. Well done, Rose, which was the most voted for flower in a recent poll, as recent as 2 years ago. That's pretty recent, in a big newspaper and magazine. The gerbilla one, whatever it's called, never heard of it, and it wasn't on the list.
Hamster next week.
Hamsters next week.
Hamster against the daffodil.
Yes, let's have some categories. We could have small furry pet of the week. I'm thinking of a jingle as we speak. Marina, can I go straight to you for your reaction to the latest news that roses have won the flower of the week?
Well, I can only say that I'm completely over the moon that Rose should win. I don't know whether my song maybe, swayed it a bit.
It did.
I think so.
Did. You'd
Yeah,
be
probably.
great saying that on News at 10. You really give some great little sound bites. We're not going to have flower of the week on News at 10, are we, though? We have serious stuff.
When you think how many different flowers there are, I mean, you really did choose. Maybe last time, like when you do biscuit of the week, you have a choice of 2 biscuits.
I know.
Maybe when you do flower of the week, you should have a choice of 2 flowers.
We should, but we were running out of shows, and it was suggested by the lovely Christine, and I just thought, well, we can't go on for weeks.
But also, you would have eliminated all those other people's choices if you'd have only had 2 flowers, because
Yeah.
Exactly. The gerbils would have never got near it, would they?
no.
Teresa just says, "Oi, Marina, I'm going to sneeze." Excuse me. Live on
Teresa
air.
didn't say that, did she?
Live on Colchester, my sneezing.
Is it all the flowers making you sneeze? All
Oh,
the
it's the
lovely
gerbils.
smells?
It's the gerbil flowers. Terrible for my hay fever. Teresa just says, "Oi, Marina." She's probably being cheeky. Marina, thank you very much. We'll welcome you back to sing one more song. Thank you very much for your loveliness, and we'll see you in a minute or two.
Yep, thank you.
There she pops. Thank you, Marina. Now we have, what do we have? Oh, I know what we have. We have Poem of the Week.
It's Poem of the Week. It's sometimes short and sweet. It's Poem of the Week, and it's always magnifique.
Well, the poem of the week this week is extremely short, and it's especially to catch out Jono because he goes off to do something, and then of course poem's really short, and he's like, I'm not ready. So this poem is very, very short, the shortest poem I've ever read, and I quite like it. It's quite interesting, and it kind of rhymes. It's called The 12 Months by George Ellis. And think about the 12 months, okay, and what they are. So in the right order, and to help you, I've made some prompts here. So I don't know if you can read that. Snowy, blowy, blowy, showery. Whoops, wrong. Flowery, bowery, hoppy, that kind of hops, croppy, droppy, breezy, sneezy, freezy. So that was it. And I think there were 2 very apt things there in The 12 Months by George Ellis. There was flowery and there was sneezy. I like that poem.
I like it. It must take you ages to print that all out and cut it up and whatnot.
No, I have a computer and
Yeah.
a printer and a big pair of scissors and seconds.
Woo! Yes. I liked it. I wasn't sure what you was going to do because I know you said it's going to be. Well, Jeanette pre-warned me and said it's going to be 12 words, but it was a little bit more than just your regular 12 words. Nikki says Marina's mum Jeepers says Jono talks too much. Lol. He does. I mean, I do. Can't shut me up. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Jeepers. I'm not really. Yeah, oh, bless you. I like how people talk straight. Christine says, lovely, Jeanette. And I'm sure there'd be more.
Nothing to do with the poem. Just
Nothing to do with the poem. She's just lovely, Jeanette. She's just gentle. All round lovely. Well, we'll get more comments coming, I'm sure. But it's time to welcome Marina back. That was a very short poem, but it was a lovely one. I really enjoyed it. I'm sure you did too. Let's welcome back Marina Florence. Are you there, Marina?
I'm still here.
Oh, you're still there. And now normally you have your husband filming you in front of off camera, behind the camera, and we don't see him. And I have noticed that bit in your guitar, the scratch pad, is a bit shiny. And I did think I saw he was naked in front of the camera when you were moving it around, but I'm not sure if that's true or not. Is your husband standing in front of you naked filming you?
No.
Okay. So stop that rumor, internet.
Yeah.
Don't even think about it.
He's not filming me.
I was not filming
See what you did there, Marina. Nice.
at all. Well done, Marina. Sorry about that. I'm cheeky and I'm sorry, Jeepers. Nice Christmas jumper, Jeanette, says Jean.
Oh, thank you very much.
Woo!
It's
Woo to the penguins.
the Christmas or birthday penguin, however you want. It was my friend's birthday that I went out for yesterday and I wore it. Birthday penguin.
Yeah, absolutely. Teresa said she liked that poem. Thank you, Teresa. And Marina, sorry for my cheekiness. Have you got anything coming up? Any plans? I know you sort of like, well, we're all a bit sort of still partial, not lockdown, but you know, we're kind of away from things.
Any gigs, any live gigs at all? Nothing at all, because just need to wait for all this to clear away, really. And then might feel safe enough to go out and do something. You've booked me from sometime in July next year, so I'm really
getting in early.
I'm really hoping that I can do that one. But no, I mean I've been writing. There's songs coming out. I've got one was just released last week, and it'll be available on all streaming platforms soon. A song called Rainbows.
Okay, tell us about that.
So that was it. That's a bit of a story to that, in the respect that there was a competition to write some music to go with some words for a Christina Rossetti poem called Love Came Down at Christmas. And so I worked with a man called Del Oseo-Rusu, and we wrote some music together. He gave me the chord formation and I wrote the music, and I said to him, I can't fit these words to this music, and I'm trying to fit them in and everything. And I said the words, they're just, I don't even like these words. And he just said to me, keep trying with it. So I did keep trying, and we eventually ended up with what I feel was a really, really lovely tune to go with these words. So I entered it, or I thought I was going to enter it into the competition. Turns out that all they wanted was the first verse, which meant that they were not going to get all the other bits that we'd written. So, and then it said, and then there were all these other conditions, and I'm thinking, oh, maybe we won't bother, which seems a shame because so much work had gone into it. At the time, I happened to see Richard Pierce Saunderson, who's an author and writer and poet, and I said to him, we've got this lovely tune. Do you fancy writing some lyrics for it? And he did. And as soon as I saw the lyrics, I just fell in love with them. They just fell straight into the song, as though the two were always meant for one another. And that's how the song Rainbows came about. Yes, it's amazing, really.
And where can people purchase or have a listen to Rainbows?
So at the moment, the only place you could listen to it would be on my Bandcamp site. But from December 21st, you'll be able to stream it on the normal streaming platform. So Alexa will know about it.
Yeah, I'm just copying the link address, and I'm just going to put that up your Bandcamp page.
And then
So carry on.
working on another one at the moment that is a very emotional one for me. I decided not to do the production myself, and I gave it to a really talented guitarist and musician you might have heard of called Ben Walker, and he is producing it for me with real live cellists and violinists and also himself, because he's absolutely brilliant on the guitar. And we're working on that at the moment, and hopefully that will be released sometime early next year.
Oh,
And then
great.
my granddaughter's song as well. So yeah, so there's lots of bits and pieces going on in the studio, and whenever I can get in here, it's like my safe place. I love being in here.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's your release, isn't it?
Mm.
And I think in itself, the art of songwriting and recording is sort of like a therapy in itself.
Yeah.
And you share it with others. Sorry about the noise from Tom's chimney. I think it might be doves or pigeons, Tom.
Ghosts.
Just ghosts. Okay. That's a lovely story, and lovely to hear you're still at it, Marina. Not filming, but writing songs and that sort of thing. And we hope to see you in person next year. As Jeanette said yesterday, it's sort of like it's so strange to see us in person because we're normally all online. We saw each other personally yesterday.
I think I'll be well and truly grey by the time I arrive in person. I mean, there's so much grey here now that it's unbelievable, really.
You look great, Marina. You look
Beautiful.
Yeah, you look lovely. What are you going to do to end off this afternoon?
This is another one. This is one of my own songs. It's called "Long Way Home," and it's got. I played it before for you at the Woman Toaster Club, and it's got a lovely little chorus that everybody can sit and join in with. Sing at the tops of their voices.
Hurrah!
Yeah, that would be lovely if they could do that. It'd be lovely if you could have a little video of everybody singing at the tops of their voices.
That would be nice. Don't know if we can quite perform that today, but we can imagine it. And let you get on with it. The wonderful Marina Florence, ladies and gentlemen. Here she is for the last time this afternoon. Thank you.
Let's take the long way home, out on the coast road. You can tell me stories of old, and I'll close my eyes and picture that world with the wind in our hair and the sun on our eyes, and the world firmly at our feet, and our forgotten tears. Let's take the long way home, out on the coast road, and you'll turn on radio and we'll sing along to the songs we know, with the wind in our hair and the sun on our eyes, and the world firmly at our feet, and our forgotten tears. Let's take the long way home. Let's take the long way home. Nothing else to do, nothing we need to say, nowhere that I'd rather be than taking my time with you. So baby, please, let's take the long way home. out on the coast road. Let's take the long way home. Mhm. Out on the coast road. Long, long way home. Mhm. Long way home. Mhm. Let's take the long way home. Thank you very much, everybody, for listening.
Beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
Thank you very
Lovely,
much.
lovely song. It's a lovely song, well sung. I'm sure everybody at home's applauding. And if we could have videoed them, I'm sure we could have had them all singing along with you, Marina, as well. You're a wonderful guest, Marina, and a wonderful person. So thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much for having me on. And it's been lovely. It's been a nice distraction.
Yeah. I know sometimes we get ready for these events and it can be a bit of a chore because you get nervous and all the rest of it. But we appreciate you taking the time, coming on and just being so relaxed and wonderful.
Yep, I really enjoyed it. Thank you.
Thank you. Lots of applause from Jean. You're right, Jeanette. I just saw that. Duncan says, can you see the comments? Jeanette, you want to read them out to Marina?
Well, absolutely. Lots of applause from Jean. And Duncan says, beautiful, Marina. You have such a soothing voice. And Carol, lovely song, Marina. Thank you. I think that's echoed by all of us. Really love it. Oh, and Teresa, lovely, with a big heart.
Well, but sometimes when I go, when I get to my mum's, I normally go there on a Monday and Tuesday. I walk in the door, and she's upstairs, and she's got an Alexa, and every time I walk in the door, all I can hear is me playing. I must drive my sister in the bend. She's able to say, Alexa, play Marina Florence. And my sister said, lucky that there's so many songs on there because, at least they can go for over 2 hours without the same track coming over and over.
How lovely.
She flits between me and Perry Como. They're the only two names she could remember.
Oh, there's more coming in as well. Kim says, another beautiful meaning song. Loved it. Marina, thank you for your beautiful set of songs. That's from Kim Saunders.
Thank you.
There we go, Marina. People love it. I don't have an Alexa, but if I did, I would be asking for your music to be played a lot. And I think your mum's very proud of you, and I think that's only right and proper. Jeepers, yes, I hope you're enjoying the afternoon show, except for my talk.
Carrying on.
Yeah,
is that why you asked me to read some comments out?
Oh yeah, I just thought, no, I don't stop. Jeepers happy. That's the main thing.
It is the main thing. She gave us Marina. Yeah. How cool is that?
I know. She's absolute gem. I know Marina be going, oh, stop saying these nice things. It's all true. It's all true. You are a gem. Thank you so much for being on our show, Marina.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. We'll see you again in the new year, and we're going to keep our online shows going as often as we can in the new year, and we'll certainly have you back for that. So hopefully we'll get you back on the online show before we see you in person.
Brilliant.
Which we talk more about. You have a great weekend, great week. Thanks again, the wonderful ladies and gentlemen, Marina Florence.
Yep. Bye-bye.
Bye for now. Marina. See you, Marina. That's us. That's our show for this afternoon. Thank you all for joining us, and thank you for making our afternoon just as fun for us as it is, hopefully, for you. Thanks to Tom and Jeanette and me, Jono, for talking a lot. We're back for the last time this year, next Friday at 1 o'clock. We've got a few guests singing some Christmas songs, so do join us if you're around. And if you're not, have yourself a wonderful Christmas and a happy New Year. But like I say, we'll be back for the last time, the 17th, next Friday at 1 o'clock. Until then, au revoir.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, 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 bye. See you next week.
We've all got a tale to tell. Times were not always so, but putting it all aside, we made it through by and by. It's warm and toasty in here. Share our laughter, sometimes tears. You'll be welcome with a cup of tea and a biscuit, maybe 2 or 3, wrapped in a little white cloth, cooking for hours in the old iron pot. There's a jam roly-poly for tea, enough for you and Dad and Grandma and me. What did we like the most? Fish paste sandwich or peas on toast? Nothing could come close to bubble and squeak the day after our son